Loose Strings, a 9th level tabaxi thief who roams the city of Carnag. Born on the 9th of Nital in 966, the year of the numerous rabbits. Strings was not originally from the Shielded Islands, as she was born in Bilnagath, the capital city of Aslux. As an orphan on the streets of Bilnagath, Strings had to learn to fend for herself by stealing from others. Not knowing her parents, Strings was cared for by an elderly elven couple who tried to care for orphans on the streets of the militaristic city. Despite their best intentions, Ralakan and Raytheon had little themselves, so the couple could not truly provide for many of the kids. The two elves were of low working class and relied on the rare charity of others to help care for the homeless children. This left Strings with thievery as the only option to survive. He grew to be a skilled thief who loved the thrill and challenge of breaking into well-protected homes, to later leave undetected with items of great value. She quickly became known by other thieves and burglars, both for her great skill and for her flirtatious personality, though many also knew of her habit of playing games with her prey, which would sometimes backfire. By age 18, Strings was an accomplished thief who was also seeking new targets. Despite her habit of playing games, she had always managed to avoid being caught, much to the displeasure of Ralakan and Raytheon, for they had tried to dissuade Strings from this path, not wanting her to fall prey to Aslux's harsh laws on thievery. Despite their protests, however, they could not deny that the funds that Strings' activities brought in helped. With them, they had been able to expand their home a little, to make small looms and provide more food to the kids in need. Raytheon in particular didn't like this though, and would often try to convince the tabaxi to make a more honest living. Strings loved what she did too much, however, and had her eyes set on greater and greater challenges. The greater the challenge, the greater the loot, and the more Strings enjoyed it. And so, it was this appetite for challenge soon became her undoing. Shortly after her 21st birthday, she tried to steal from the king himself in what would have been her greatest heist yet. In the end, her skill wasn't enough, she was seen. She fled the castle empty-handed as the king ordered for a bounty to be put on her. Realising the heat she had brought upon herself, Strings fled Belnagath, seeking safety. Eventually, upon realising that Aslux was no longer safe for her, she left the country and set her sights on Carnag, the port town of the Shielded Islands. Strings is a 9th level rogue who specialises in both moving quickly and unseen. She prefers to avoid fights where possible, and so travels light with studded levers and 2 daggers for weapons. On occasion, she'll take a short bow with her so she can stay at range, but only when she's expecting a fight. She's an expert in stealth, perception, thieves' tools, and sleight of hand, allowing her to enter well-guarded areas unseen, as well as being difficult to catch unaware. With abilities such as evasion, uncanny dodge, and cunning action, Strings is able to escape from conflict quickly, making her hard to pin down. Evasion greatly improves her ability to avoid area effects that require dexterity saving throws, while uncanny dodge allows her to use her reaction to half damage taken from an attack. Cunning action allows her to dash, disengage, and hide as bonus actions, helping her avoid would-be attackers. If forced to fight, Strings' sneak attack allows her to deal a considerable amount of damage a single strike, though this requires her to gain some advantage over her opponent to use. Among her feats is Dual Wielder, which increases her armor class slightly when using both her knives, and Mobile, which increases her movement. As a tabaxi, she also has cat's claws and feline agility, which grant her additional damage when fighting unarmed, and temporarily gives her a further boost in speed. Outside of combat, Springs is also fluent in Thieves' Cant, allowing her to pass coded messages to others in the underground network, and has the Fast Hands, Supreme Sneak, and Second Story Work abilities. Fast Hands allows her to perform actions such as sleight of hand checks or trap disarms as a bonus action, while Second Story Work increases her climbing speed and her jump distance. Supreme Sneak increases her already considerable stealth ability. Springs works by trying to move stealthily, unseen by others when breaking and entering into a location. An expert in lockpicking, she can open locked doors and windows as well as making use of already open entrances. She can silently deal with guards when necessary by delivering a quick and deadly blow, but only resorts to this when absolutely necessary, as she doesn't enjoy killing, and it's a risky move should it fail. She can get in close enough to folks to pick their pockets without their notice, sometimes going out of the way to do so for the thrill of it. If spotted, she will use a mix of speed and stealth to try and make a quick escape. When forced to fight, Springs will use her movement to stay clear of her foes, diving in quickly to attack before retreating just as fast. If she has her short bow, then she'll try and stay hidden and take shots from a distance, moving to a new hidden location if spotted. If an opportunity arises for her to run from a fight, then she usually will. Springs started a new career of thieving within Carnag, saved from the bounty that the King of Aslux placed upon her. She has been working hard to try and stay out of the attention of most folks, however, in case anyone hears of the bounty and decides they would like to claim it. Despite this, Springs has set up a small number of contacts among Carnag's underground scene, so that she may funnel most her loot back to Bilnagath. While she enjoys stealing, she has little use for most of the loot that she gathers, and still feels a debt is owed to Ralucan and Rayfield for their support in her younger years. She knows they will put the funds raised from the loot to good use for the other orphaned kids. After the disaster of her last big heist, and having to learn the ways of a new city, Springs has stuck to targets of minor nobility for now, though it is only a matter of time until she plans greater heists, especially now she knows there is greater challenge awaiting her to overcome within Carnag. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this, then hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. You can also find me on other platforms like Twitch and Blue Sky. If you want to support these videos, then head over to my Ko-Fi, linked below.